Are you considering opening a credit card almost exclusively for the welcome bonus that it offers? Well, in this video, we're going to be discussing a few things to consider before making such a move. Hey everyone, this is Kyle from Money at 30, and on this channel we look at personal finance from a millennial perspective, including credit card tip videos like this one. Typically, when I get a new credit card, it's because the rewards fit a need I have and can benefit me long term. However, I've recently been interested in a major 100,000 point welcome bonus being offered by the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. While this bonus is undoubtedly great, the problem is that I don't see much use for the card in my lineup otherwise. So, is it worth it to apply for a card just to score a bonus? Let's take a look at a few things you may want to think over before doing so. The first things to consider are what the welcome bonus is actually worth and what your redemption options are. As any credit card enthusiast will tell you, not all point currencies are created equal. Furthermore, the value of your points can vary depending on what you redeem them for. For example, in the case of the Chase Sapphire Preferred, points are worth 1 cent each when used for most statement credits, but climb to 1.25 cents in value when used for travel via the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal or using the Chase Pay Yourself Back program. On top of that, you may find that you get more value by transferring your points to travel partners and then booking flights or hotel rooms that way. Thus, this particular bonus could be worth $1,000, $1,250, or potentially more depending on how you plan to use the points. So, before you apply for a bonus, make sure you know how much you'll actually be getting. Next, another important step in determining whether it's worth pursuing a bonus is how much you have to spend and if you can afford it. When it comes to credit card bonuses, card issuers are rarely willing to give you something for nothing. Instead, there's typically an initial spending amount associated with the bonus and a set time frame you'll need to reach your spending amount in. Traditionally, this time frame has been set at 90 days. Sure enough, the Sapphire Preferred offer requires that new customers spend $4,000 in purchases on the card within their first 3 months. While this bonus presents a good spend to reward ratio, that only matters if you can afford and realistically reach the spending requirement to begin with. Therefore, it's worth considering whether it actually makes sense to spend this amount in the given time period. If you'd be buying things just to reach your limit or would end up carrying the balance over to future months, then it may not ultimately be worth it. Looking further down the line, you'll also want to consider the annual fee that the card might charge, as well as any product change options that may be available to you after the first year. Although there are plenty of credit cards that don't charge an annual fee, there are times when paying an annual fee for a certain card does make sense. Of course, when it comes to getting a card just for the bonus and not for its long-term benefits, then the presence of an annual fee can complicate things as you won't want to have to keep paying for it in the future. That's why it's worth taking a look at what your options may be down the road. Going back to the Sapphire Preferred example, the card does carry a $95 annual fee. However, Chase does allow users to downgrade the card to one of their Freedom options, such as the Freedom Unlimited or the Freedom Flex, neither of which has an annual fee. That way, you can keep your Chase account open while cutting the unnecessary expense. Just be sure to wait at least a year to make any such changes, as some card companies can be sensitive to those who are quote-unquote gaming the system. Finally, you'll want to ensure that taking advantage of a bonus now doesn't hinder your ability to get potentially better bonuses in the future. Although it's possible to open dozens of credit cards without issues for some, others may run into problems depending on a few factors. A great example of this is Chase's widely known 524 restriction. This rule suggests that the bank will decline customers who have opened 5 or more credit cards from any issuer within the past 24 months. Due to this and similar sensitivities that other card companies may have, taking advantage of a bonus now may make you ineligible for future offers. That's why you'll definitely want to take a moment to pause and think your decision through before turning in an impulsive application. So, having gone through these steps in my head, where did I end up landing on the Chase Sapphire Preferred offer? Ultimately, even though I do think this bonus provides a good value even absent the day-to-day usage, I'm still not 100% sure we'll end up doing it. However, if we did, the plan would be to try it for a year or two and then downgrade to the Freedom Flex and add another 5% rotating category card to our mix. We'll see what happens and how long this 100,000 point offer lasts, but I'll be sure to update you if we do end up giving it a shot. Hopefully this gives you a better idea about whether chasing a credit card reward bonus is right for you, but for much more on credit card welcome bonuses, I'll have links to a few different articles in the description box down below. Also, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe because we have new videos every week. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time here on Money at 30.